Harley CEO just dropped a bombshell on riders by axing legendary models like the Sportster and Softail Standard. With loyalty already hanging by a thread, this move has enraged the few die-hard fans left. Harley-Davidson's CEO basically stood up, looked every rider dead in the eye, and basically said, "Yeah, we're killing off the bikes that made this company iconic. Sportster, gone. Softail Standard, say goodbye." The same bikes people have been riding, customizing, and worshiping for decades are now labeled as non-aligned with our future strategy. Not profitable enough for Wall Street vibes. Awesome. Just rip the soul out of the brand while you're at it. But wait, it gets even better. Because instead of doubling down on what made Harley a global icon, gritty cruisers, thundering engines, the rebels feel they're going electric. Yes, electric, like the Livewire lineup. Oh, and the best part? They're pivoting to urban-focused global markets. Because when you think Harley, you definitely think scooters in Barcelona or zipping through Tokyo traffic, right? And if you're wondering how riders are reacting, they're not throwing thank you parades. Reddit is on fire. Forums are basically crime scenes. YouTube comments are flooded with people saying things like, "This isn't the Harley I signed up for." And honestly, can you blame them? This isn't just a branding shift. It's a full-blown identity crisis. You told people they were buying into legacy, and now you're selling them Wi-Fi-enabled silence on two wheels. Cool. Now, while everyone's still trying to process the betrayal of a century, let's talk about what's happening at the dealership level. You know, the places where riders actually interact with the brand? It's a bloodbath. Dealerships are running wild with these disgusting $6,000 markup schemes. No, you didn't mishear that. That's $6,000 added to the sticker price just because they feel like it. You're now paying luxury car prices for a bike that used to stand for blue-collar rebellion. But don't worry, they're not done bleeding your wallet dry yet. They'll tack on a neat little $800 dealer prep fee, which is basically code for, "We took the plastic off and checked the tire pressure in 30 minutes, and we'd like almost $1,000 for that." Honestly, if someone offered me $800 to unwrap a motorcycle and kick the tires, I'd quit everything and do that full-time. Then, just for fun, they toss in a $2,000 delivery fee. Why? Who knows? The bike came in a truck with 20 others. But sure, $2,000 sounds reasonable for unloading it off a ramp and wheeling it 5 feet. Totally fair. Still not done. Now comes the masterpiece, the infamous $4,000 market adjustment fee. Because apparently, supply and demand is now an excuse for legal extortion. And here's where it gets borderline criminal. They're creating fake scarcity. Yep. Bikes that are in stock are marked as sold online. So you roll up thinking, "Oh man, I missed it." But surprise, they're magically available again, at full markup. Let me give you a real example that just screams corporate sketchiness. A dealer in Phoenix had 17 street glides listed as sold. 17. But when someone called pretending to be a cash buyer, 3 bikes suddenly reappeared from the abyss, like some kind of chrome-plated resurrection. So, yeah, it's not about supply. It's about squeezing every last dollar from riders who just want to live the Harley dream. But wait, the dream gets darker. Because even if you survive the markup trap, guess what they've got waiting for you? Loan hell. 6 to 7 year financing deals being pitched like it's some kind of favor. And here's the kicker. If your credit isn't sparkling, you're getting hit with interest rates up to 12%. 12. On a motorcycle. Let's break that down. You walk in thinking you're buying a $25,000 street glide. You ride out thinking you won. But by the time the loan finishes choking your bank account over 7 years, guess what? You've paid $45,000 for that bike. $45,000 for a two-wheeler. That's house down payment territory. And if you're thinking, well, maybe these bikes cost a fortune to make. Nope. Actual manufacturing cost is around $18,000, which means dealers and lenders are tag-teaming riders out of more than double the value. And they're doing it with a smile. And don't you just love how they make you feel good about it too? Premium. Limited edition. Iconic legacy. They toss around buzzwords like confetti, hoping you won't notice the financial trapdoor under your feet. It's like buying a Rolex from a guy in a trench coat who keeps calling it a heritage timepiece. Bro, it's a scam, and you know it. And here's the part that really makes my blood boil. This stuff is working. People are falling for it. Riders are out here defending the prices in Facebook groups, saying things like, "You're not a real rider if you're worried about cost." Like, sorry, Chad, but not everyone wants to take out a second mortgage to buy into your overpriced midlife crisis. All of this is happening while Harley Corporate is pushing the brand into a future that most of its loyal customers didn't ask for. They didn't sign up for electric motors, digital dashboards, and sky-high loan payments. They signed up for grit, chrome, and that roar you feel in your bones. So if you want to keep that spirit alive, hit subscribe and join the ride. You know what's hilarious? Riders aren't just mad anymore. They've gone full detective mode. Social media is basically a war zone. You've got TikToks blowing up with millions of views where people are literally walking through dealerships pointing at dealer prep fees like they're exposing a crime scene. Riders are posting receipts and screenshots with captions like, "Hey, here's how my $25,000 bike turned into a $42,000 financial nightmare. Thanks, Harley." It's gone viral, and dealers have zero clue how to spin it. One viral clip of a guy breaking down every bogus fee in 60 seconds racked up more views than Harley's entire Livewire marketing campaign. Ouch! And then there's Reddit. If you think riders are venting on TikTok, Reddit's r/Harley subreddit is like the Hall of Fame for dealership horror stories. Every day there's some new post with thousands of upvotes about how someone got quoted a $2,000 assembly fee for a bike that literally arrives pre-assembled. These posts are like gasoline on a fire. The best part? People from all over the country are sharing dealer names, screenshots of fake scarcity tactics, and full breakdowns of financing scams. You can scroll for hours just reading these horror stories, and honestly, it's more entertaining than Netflix. The exposure is hitting dealerships where it hurts. Inventory is stacking up. We're talking bikes collecting dust for months. Even with $5,000 discounts slapped on the MSRP, buyers are walking away. People are literally laughing in salespeople's faces like, "Yeah, no thanks. I'll grab a vintage Harley for half the price and still have enough money for gas and a decent jacket." And that's exactly what's happening. Independent shops and peer-to-peer sales are booming. Riders are hunting down those 1980s and 90s Harleys like they're hidden treasure. Why? Because they're simple, reliable, and don't come with a side of financial robbery. The shift is wild. You've got entire groups forming around buying, restoring, and riding older Harleys. Facebook Marketplace is suddenly the hottest Harley showroom in America, and the dealers can't compete. Riders are like, "Why would I pay $35,000 for a bike that's basically a Wi-Fi router on wheels when I can pick up a classic Harley that still has actual soul for half the cost?" It's game over for the fake, exclusive premium club narrative. And this panic has corporate Harley scrambling. Oh, they're trying everything now. Stripped-down tech models, cheaper entry bikes, and this big talk about pricing transparency. Yeah, because nothing says transparency like quietly overcharging riders for decades and then acting like a hero when you finally stop doing it. People aren't buying it. They see right through the PR spin. Is it real reform? Or is this just the same corporate nonsense wrapped in a shiny new press release? Riders are leaning toward nonsense. Meanwhile, employees at these dealerships are spilling all the tea. Toxic culture? That's an understatement. Sales managers are shoving impossible targets down everyone's throat while commissions are getting slashed to the bone. Hourly wages? Stagnant. You've got salespeople who used to love this job now hating every second of it, just praying to make enough to cover their own rent. The pressure is so intense that the fun of selling bikes is long gone. It's just a numbers game now, and everyone knows it. Things are so bad that union movements are starting to pop up. Mechanics, sales staff, everyone is sick of the grind. And when dealerships try to shut these efforts down, that's when the internet really gets involved. Anti-union threats, layoffs, and retaliation stories are blowing up online. Riders are siding with employees, calling out dealerships, and dragging their reputations through the mud. It's chaos, and it's all deserved. And just when you think it couldn't get worse, regulators have decided to jump in. The FTC is now looking into predatory financing schemes, and states like California, New York, and Texas are saying nope to hidden fees. These new laws are cracking down on the bogus market adjustment charges that used to add thousands of dollars to a bike's price tag. Dealers can't just make up fees anymore, and honestly, it's about time. While corporate Harley tries to clean up the PR mess, the culture shift is happening right in front of their eyes. Independent rider networks are thriving. DIY garages, local meetups, and small-town shops are now the real heart of the Harley community. These people actually care about the ride, not the markup. It's authentic, it's rebellious, it's everything Harley used to stand for before they turned into a corporate cash machine. And you know what's even more brutal? Younger riders are saying, forget Harley altogether, and jumping to brands like Royal Enfield and Indian. They're cheaper, they're trustworthy, and they're not trying to guilt-trip you into thinking a $45,000 loan makes you part of some elite brotherhood. Harley is basically watching its next generation of riders walk out the door. The next 12 months are critical. This isn't just some minor blip in sales charts. This is an all-out identity crisis. Riders are literally saying, bring back real Harley culture, or we're gone. It's that simple. And right now, the only thing Harley seems to be good at is proving those riders right. So, if you're done with the fake hype and want real stories that hit hard, smash that subscribe button, and let's keep calling out the truth together.